Welcome to another FlagrantWeeaboo stream. Looking back on yesterday, there is one thing I would have done differently. And that is I would have stopped a chapter before where I finished last night. With the sole intent of doing 2 chapters today. But, you know, at the time, it felt like a good idea. Oh, let's power through. And then as it turns out, that was perhaps maybe a foolish mistake. But we learn by doing. So I'm just gonna fire up Dolphin and we'll just finish the game today. And it will be good to finish it today. I honestly wish I'd paced it a bit more yesterday. I ended up doing 6 hours, which wasn't any help to anybody. Certainly not myself. Real Wiimote, come on. Just gotta sync this up. Got it. There we go. That's the hardest part done. Layout, auto crop. Drag that behind there. It's a shame that I have to capture it every time. Okay. It's time to end this. Chapter 8 to my sweet daughter end. Final chapter. Let's go. I went with Gina to explain everything to Ryan. I was so happy somebody was finally doing something, but then Dad called me over the VC and said not to trust Ryan. Then Sophia told me what Ryan was really trying to do. And he did an experiment on Dad using another. Dad looks really out of it. What did Ryan do to him? It's okay, because yesterday I plugged this into this and unlocked the ability to do memory restoration with another, so Daddy should be fine. Welcome, Jub. Good morning. 10:30 here. 10:34. It was Ryan who attacked Dad. Then he used Dad in some crazy experiment to try and erase his memories. To stop him, I had to go to Dad's office, unlock Mum's box, and take something he wanted. It was a TAS upgrade module. After getting it, I went back to Ryan, but something's wrong with Dad. Doorway to memories. Ryan, what did you do to Dad? Dad? Dad?
Where am I?
Dad, are you okay?
This isn't MJ Labs.
Dad, come on.
What is this place?
Ryan, what did you do to Dad? He's acting really weird.
Ashley, ask Dr. Robbins something. Ask him who you are.
Why ask him that?
Just ask him and you'll see.
Huh? Oh no. Dad, you recognize me, right?
Huh?
Dad, answer me. Who am I, Dad?
Who are you?
What? Dad, it's me, Ashley.
Ashley. Have I met you somewhere before?
How would you compare this game to Trace Memory on DS? I like this game's storytelling better, but I like the DS game's length better. The DS game is about 4 hours. This game is about 18 hours.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know you.
What?
Why are you calling me Dad?
What do you mean, why?
I've only just got married. I don't have any children.
Dad, this isn't funny. Why don't you know me?
Oh dear, how can I make you understand? I'm not your father.
You really don't know me.
Actually, you do remind me of someone. Oh yes, you look like Sayoko. Actually, where is she? Where is Sayoko?
Dad. He doesn't know. Even the memories of Sayoko's death have been taken from him.
The experiment is a success.
Ryan, what did you do to him?
I erased his memories. Dr. Robbins has now forgotten the last 17 years of his life. So you no longer have a place in his memories.
What? You're lying. It has to be a lie. I can't just be erased from his memories.
Is that you, Ryan?
Dr. Robbins, how are you feeling?
Ryan, what are you doing here? And why do you look so much older?
Dr. Robbins, try not to speak too much. Your brain is still sluggish from the experiment. If you try to think too hard, you'll become unwell.
Oh, I feel like something's missing. What is it?
Dad, are you okay? Ryan, how could you? I did what you said to help Dad. I opened the box and brought the thing back.
Ashley, calm down. If you have brought the item from inside the box as you said you would, then I can restore your father's memories without delay.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm assuming that you have brought the item as promised. Show me, Ashley. Show me what you brought back.
This is what was in the box.
Is this all? It has a connector, but it won't fit in the control panel. Ashley, is this really all that was in the box?
Yeah.
I see. Well, that is a pity.
Why?
It appears to be nothing more than an extra module. I cannot use this for memory restoration, Ashley. It appears my theory was not entirely correct. How unfortunate.
What's wrong?
I thought that the box must contain a security key for another, something that Sayoko developed during the EC project. However, it seems that there was no such key in the box, correct? And thus I cannot restore Dr. Robbins' lost memories.
Don't worry, we can do it. The key has been copied over to the Wii remote, and we can use the Wii remote to unlock the memories, because Nintendo likes this sort of thing. But you promised. You said that if I opened the box and brought back what was inside, you wouldn't erase my dad's memories.
I did promise that, yes, but you took such a long time to return. I assumed you'd given up on your father and simply gone home.
What? Yeah, alright. I probably would have, if it was me. Gone home. I wouldn't just leave my dad here.
You wouldn't?
Of course not. I'm the only one who can help him. I wouldn't just run off.
Honestly? How can you say that? I don't understand you, Ashley. I don't understand why you would be willing to why you wouldn't be willing to turn your back on your father.
Because they don't understand. He's my dad.
Ashley, is your father truly that important to you?
Of course he is. Come on, Ryan. If it was your dad on the line in serious danger, even you'd feel exactly the same as me.
Would I? I can't say I've ever considered it. I've never felt anything like that about my father, not once.
Please, Ryan, give my dad his memories back. Please, please.
Ashley, are you crying? Why would you be crying?
Because my dad doesn't remember me.
Ashley, stop crying, please. I don't like seeing people cry.
Dad.
Ashley, stop crying now.
What an interesting reaction, huh?
Don't make me repeat myself. I don't like seeing people cry.
Why?
I believe that the emotions that trigger crying are unnecessary for humans.
Oh, God.
In fact, crying is more of a defense mechanism, nothing more.
Defense mechanism?
Yes. When the weak believe they will be subject to emotional distress, they always resort to tears. They pour their stress into these eye secretions in an attempt to expel it from their own bodies. It is a defense mechanism designed to protect people from their own feelings. And even if those emotions are misguided, these weak-hearted people justify them with tears. The foremost example is small children whining and crying. From this, it seems fair to conclude that tears are nothing more than a sign of weakness. And thus I despise crying.
You're wrong.
Am I?
You're totally wrong, Ryan. Everyone cries, not just weak people. We cry because our hearts are overwhelmed.
Oh, really? What could possibly overwhelm your heart?
Our emotions. Yes, Ryan is very straight edge. If there's something you really feel sad about, or if you're feeling really scared, when you're feeling so lonely you can't take it, even when you're really happy, the emotions overwhelm our hearts and we start to cry. Ryan, has that never happened to you?
Never. Not once in my entire life.
You're lying.
I am not. Ashley, I understand your theory regarding tears and emotions, so let me ask you something. Using your previous statements as a base, when you saw that Dr. Robbins had lost his memories, your heart was overwhelmed. So tell me, what emotion were you feeling? Sorrow because you were erased from your father's memory? Or anger because I carried out the experiment before you returned?
Well, I would say anger, but okay. Neither.
Then what was it?
It was because I couldn't save Dad. I was upset because there was nothing I could do. It was regret.
Regret? I see. Such a situation can also give birth to tears. Ashley, would you like to restore Dr. Robbins' memories? Nah.
Of course.
I see. Then let us restore his memories.
You mean it was possible? You were just leading me on a goose chase for no reason? Really? Are you serious?
Indeed I am. Provided, of course, you aid me with something.
With what?
A memory experiment. If you aid me with my experiment, I will restore your father's memories.
What kind of experiment?
A memory overwrite experiment with you as the subject, using this data.
Memory overwrite? Are we gonna get Mom's memories implanted in my head? Yeah. Mom's pendant.
Ashley, to you this is a memento of your mother, correct?
Yeah.
But to me this is merely an old data sample, memories extracted 13 years ago. I wanted to find out what was in the memory data, so I analyzed it, but I could not read the memories directly from the mnemonic fluid. So I wish to examine this memory data using a different method, namely a memory overwrite experiment. This is the perfect data to use for such an experiment. And you are the perfect test subject.
a memory overwrite experiment. Ashley, take the single words memory overwrite experiment. Memory overwrite experiment. What question is there to ask?
I will implant Sayoko Robin's memories into your mind.
Implant them into my mind? How does that work?
If successful, you will see Sayoko's memories as your own. They will become yours, so to speak.
Mom's memories will become mine?
Yes. I believe this experiment is relevant to your interests, but the memories overwritten in the experiment will be destroyed.
What? Will I lose my memories?
I'm afraid so. But don't worry, the experiment will not destroy any brain cells. The memory deletion will be a selective deletion.
Oh dear. It's starting to sound more and more sketch. Why am I the perfect test subject?
You shared Sayoko's body before you were born, so your memories have a common source. The foundations of your own memory were created while you were inside Sayoko's womb.
Oh great.
Which means you should have an extremely high compatibility with her memories.
What does selective deletion mean?
Your brain stores the memories which contain data for both past and present events. When implanting memory from another person into your mind, the new memory will clash with a previously existing memory. And if the original memory is disposable, your brain will erase it and overwrite it with the new memory.
What do you mean by disposable?
A disposable memory is one that you want to forget.
One that I want to forget?
Yes. Ashley, you are 16 years old, correct? By the time one turns 16, there must be many experiences that one would wish to forget.
I can think of many from my childhood before I was 16 that I would like to forget. And thankfully, I've managed to forget most of them.
And these are the memories that will be overwritten in the experiment.
Oh god, I'm remembering them! Ryan, what if there aren't any that I want to forget?
Who can say? I have no data regarding such an occurrence. Well, Ashley, will you aid me in my experiment if it means the restoration of your father's memories? Answer me, Ashley.
What do I do? Can I trust him? I have to save Dad. I'll do it.
Excellent choice, Ashley. When you have those memories implanted, I will require you to tell me about them.
I know.
Get in the fucking robot, Ashley. Well then, into another you go.
Into another we go. I am waiting for nerve gear. We are on the cusp of something great. We need real life nerve gear.
Commencing the experiment. Very well, let us start the memory overwrite experiment. Scanning the experimental subject's memory and the data from the mnemonic fluid. Validation of memory data in subject's memory complete. I will now initiate the memory overwrite experiment. Selective memory deletion becomes possible once Sayoko's memories are placed into your mind. In other words, you will keep whichever memory you most wish to, yours or Sayoko's. Let the experiment begin.
No, that's not my memory, it's Mom's. Oh, I meant to delete. Right, they're asking me which one I want to delete. Right, okay. Yeah, that was the night of my 3rd birthday. I peeked out the closet at Mum. It was the last time I ever saw her. Looks like we're going to delete that one. That's right, it was Dad who found me hiding in that closet. I remember he seemed so big when he lifted me up, and it felt so warm. How creepy would it be to have the memories of your own birth from your parents injected into you, into your mind, and for you to then have memories of your own birth? Oh my god. I remember whenever I thought about Mom, I would get so bad I couldn't stop crying. Jessica was always there for me. She'd stay with me until I cried myself out. Ah yes, Blood Edward Island, first game. You don't half say. Yeah, 2 years ago I got on a boat with Jessica to Blood Edward Island. I'll never forget my 14th birthday there on that island. That's right, Dad learned the truth about Mom's death from the killer in that cave. He was shaking with grief and rage, but he did everything to protect me. Yeah, after we got back from the island and Dad moved in with us, he was always like that. So horribly awkward and always looking like something was bothering him. That's true. It's only when I'm practicing guitar that I can let go and forget everything. And being with my friends who share my dream, that's what I really treasure. And so the memory overwrite experiment is complete. Ugh. It's funny, because I don't remember this chunk of the game, and I wonder if I had memory overwrite done on me by this game the last time I played it. Ashley, how are you feeling? I feel kind of dizzy. I see. But there is nothing to worry about. Overwriting memories is not as taxing on the brain as removing them. Now tell me, were Sayoko's memories implanted into you? No. Impossible. Don't lie to me, Ashley. I'm not lying. What? You didn't have any disposable memories, not one? Not a single one. I didn't want to forget anything. They're all important to me. This is unfathomable. Unfathomable. You've rejected all of Sayoko's memories. Ashley, I really thought that you were smarter than this. Hasn't it occurred to you that the memories of your mother, a true genius, are more important than your trifling, pathetic recollections? I don't care. Ashley, you're just like Dr. Robbins, unhelpful to the very end. If the memories of her work are unreachable, then the memory overwrite was meaningless. I don't care whether your experiment was important or not. What is important is my dad.
I helped you put his memories back. That promise was made to be broken, Ashley. What? What's wrong? Didn't you hear me? I'll tell you again. That promise was made to be broken. Ryan, you're the worst. You're breaking another promise? Ashley, I have no more use for you. Leave. No way. Oh, are you going to cry again? I wonder which emotion will overwhelm your heart this time. Sorrow, anger, regret? I won't cry. What? I won't cry in front of someone like you. You don't know how to cry or even what to feel. I'm not going to cry in front of someone who can't even understand basic emotions. I see. I'm done. I don't need you. I'm going to give my dad back his memories by myself. Oh, and how do you plan to do that? I'll use the TAS. The TAS? Ashley, you couldn't. Yeah, I have it. I have the device Mom made to unlock the security on another. I see. Ashley, give me the TAS. I'll use it to restore your father's memories. No way. What? I'm not giving it to you. Oh, really? Yeah, I wouldn't give it to a liar like you. That is a pity. You see, I want it... I want it very much. I will do anything I can do to get it. Huh? What are you going to do? Stop. You brought this upon yourself, Ashley. Didn't you? Ashley, give me the TAS. Stop! Stop it! Dr. Robbins, kindly get out of my way. Ashley, give me the TAS now. No, I won't give it to you. If you don't, I'll shoot. Stop! Ryan, put down that gun! Dr. Robbins, you don't know this child. You don't need to protect her. Please get out of the way. Ryan, stop. Out of my way. If not, I won't hesitate to pull the trigger. Rex! Good old Rex. Mr. Alfred! Oh God, that hurt a lot. Ow! Ugh! Wait here, I'll go get help. Ashley, don't worry, it's only a flesh wound. More importantly, Richard. Mr. Alfred, Ryan erased his memories. He doesn't recognize me anymore. If you had the TAS, you could restore his memories. Sayoko created it to unlock another. Oh. Is this what I need? What is that? It's the TAS. So you had it all this time? She made it in case another was used for the wrong reasons. And only I can use it. So I can use it to save Dad. Mr. Alfred, what do I do? Go into the control room and use the TAS. That room over there? Yes, Insert the TAS into the control panel. So this is the control room. Richard, get inside another. Okay. Ashley, insert the TAS. Where? I'll restore your memories, Dad. Just wait. Do it, Ashley. Okay. Task goes here. The TAS goes here. It goes here. It goes here. Goes here. Goes here. Goes here. Goes here. Goes here. Okay. Okay, that should do it. I have to go check on him.
Dad. It's me.
This is...
Dad, do you know where you are?
Isn't this the another lab?
Yeah.
Ashley!
Dad, you recognize me.
Of course I do.
You're serious, right?
You bet. You're my one and only daughter. You're the most important thing in the world to me, my sweet Ashley.
Dad.
Ashley.
I'm so glad you remember me. Dad.
I'm sorry, Ashley. I'm sorry for what I did to you.
Dad. Don't ever say you don't know me. Never again, okay?
I promise.
Because you're my one and only dad.
Ashley.
Dad, why did Ryan attack you and do all this? Was it just because he wanted to use another?
No. Ashley, I think Ryan knew. He knew that I was digging up the truth about Sayoko's death.
Dad.
Richard. Rex, are you all right? Yes, the bullet didn't hit anything major. But more importantly, please get the laptop in the control room.
The laptop?
The laptop? Yes, it's extremely important. All right, I'll get it now.
Hello, Greet. Good morning. 7 minutes past 11 here on this glorious morning.
Oh. Ashley, I'm sorry about all this.
Mr. Alfred.
Did you get it, Richard? Is this the one?
It's got the twin lions on it. Oh, 6 PM where you are. Wait. I remember now. This laptop. Judd had it, and he was standing by the window.
Ashley.
Huh?
Ashley, what's wrong?
Dad, I've seen this laptop before.
What?
It was in Judd's villa. I just remembered.
Ashley, are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah, it was this one. Gasp. I remember now. Mom was standing beside Judd. She had the laptop. She was writing something on it. Mom.
Ashley.
Dad. I remembered again. Mom was holding this.
What?
Mom had it. She was using the screen.
Sayoko was holding it. Are you sure, Ashley?
Yeah.
Rex, what is this? It was Judd's. When Ryan Rest started the Another experiments and attacked you, he stole this from my office. What's in it? It should have Judd's research results. It's still locked, though. Richard. What is it, Rex? The only ones who knew the code were Judd, and possibly Sayoko. Ashley, you said Sayoko used this. Yeah, she touched the screen as if she was drawing a letter. Ashley, can you reproduce the letter that Sayoko drew? I'll give it a try. Oh. Dad, there's a message appearing on the screen. As far as most people are concerned, memory is a dynamically self-developing process that functions to connect past and present. To me, however, it is the sole object of my research, the source of my most fundamental discoveries, of my joys, of the fascination that drove me to my most pioneering work. How different it seems now that I am contemplating my own death. Now memory is nothing more than a record of my past, and that past is full of sorrow, regret, and repentance. I chose to be a scientist. I followed the path that I believed in. But all of the fame, all of the riches I gained are worthless to me. Perhaps I have gone from being Judd Fitzgerald, eminent scientist, to Gerald Fitzjudd, nothing more than a man among many. And now that I am reduced to this, I cannot allow myself to go on living as I have done. The fame and fortune and everything that goes with it I gained as a scientist were not from my work alone. I gained them through the sacrifice of Sayoko Robbins and Ryan Gray. And now I leave this world without being able to repent for what I have done. Sayoko, forgive me. When you refused to be my successor, the paternal love I had for you turned to hatred. I stole your memories, the one thing you never wanted to lose. And then one of my former employees stole your very life. I cannot but regret all that I have done, and all that has been done to you. And Ryan. I am to die without ever telling you the most important thing in the world. I know that you have a terrible secret that you have never told to another soul. You have no memories of your own childhood. I know how this came to be, Ryan. It is because I am your father, and I'm also the one responsible for your memory loss. Gasp! When your mother died protecting you in an accident, you were inconsolable. You refused to accept that your mother had truly left this world. And after crying for days on end, you closed up and refused to speak to anyone. You locked away your little heart. I didn't know what to do. I held you close to me every single day. As your father, I felt your pain and suffering tenfold. And then I made my decision. At the time, it seemed that it was the least painful option I had. I decided to remove your mother's life and death from your memory, even though I knew that it would also remove your memories of me, your father. I used a formula I had prepared in my lab to erase your memories. I gave you over to someone I trusted, and then distanced myself from you. When we met again, I had no idea how I should treat you. I didn't know what we were to each other anymore. Ryan, I believe that you will surpass me one day as a scientist, but I will never be able to see that with my own eyes. Forgive me, Ryan. Forgive your foolish father, who could never build up the courage to tell you the truth. I cannot allow myself to continue living like this.
End of transmission.
Judd was Ryan's father? I can't believe it. Rex, did you know about Judd and Ryan? No, I had no idea. I would never have imagined that something like that was stored on this laptop. Yes, I was just expecting porn. Did you know that Ryan had no memories of his childhood? Actually, I asked him once what his most vivid childhood memory was. He told me that childhood memories were useless and that he didn't want to remember. Did he know that Judd was his real father? No, I'm sure he never opened that laptop. I don't think he knows the truth. But if he does... Richard, he might. I'll go after him. I need to ask him something anyway. Richard. Rex, please look after Ashley. Leave it to me.
No, Dad. I'm going with you.
Ashley, you should wait here.
I'm going with you.
But...
Dad, take me with you. I have to do this.
Okay, Ashley, let's go.
Right. Not talking me down, not telling me to stay there. Some character development right there.
Ashley, call Gina on the VC. Get her to help Rex.
Okay.
Ashley. And Dr. Robbins is there too. What a relief.
Gina, Elizabeth's dad is injured.
The director, what happened?
Dr. Robbins, I'm glad to see you're okay. Haha.
Mike, there's been an accident in the another lab. Rex needs medical attention. I'll give you the details later.
Understood. Aha.
Ashley, take the elevator down. We need to go after Ryan.
Okay, Dad. I feel like in any other game that rope would be important. Maybe I'll have to come back and pick it up. The lab has a tunnel underneath it?
Ashley. Ashley, we need to get moving.
Right. Dad, where does this tunnel go?
It ends in a forest behind the lab.
Can we get out into the forest?
Yes, there's a door at the end of the tunnel. There's a small spring in the forest, and the path leads to a wharf on the lake. You can get a boat from the wharf to a little island out on the lake.
An island? I never saw it before.
Yes, it's tiny. It's only good for walking around on. I used to go over there with Sayoko when we came here.
You went there with Mom?
Yeah, just the two of us.
Making castles in the sky.
But that was long before you were born.
Curious about this area back here. Dad, there's no way out here.
This isn't the way to the forest, Ashley. It's a little further on.
Okay. Some large rocks at the back of the cave. I can see light coming through the gaps between them. How can basement 4 put us on a level where there's ground and sunlight? When the lab was built into the lake. There's a wooden gate at the top of some small stone steps. Is that the way to the forest? Yes, I'm sure of it. I'll open it. Huh? It won't open. Let me try. I can't get it open either. It must be locked from the other side. Probably by Ryan. It's wooden. Let's just knock it down. What do we do? We need to find another way out. Yeah. Let me guess. There's some large rocks at the back of the cave. Hey, I can see light coming through the gaps between the rocks. Actually, there might be a shortcut behind these rocks. I'll move them away. I'll help. Let me do it, Ashley. It might be dangerous to stand back. Okay. Here we go. Careful, Dad. And 1. And 2. And 3. I can see out. You did it, Dad. Yeah. Come on, let's go. It's getting brighter out here. It'll be dawn soon. Which way should we go? There's a spring straight ahead. Let's go there first. Okay. Ashley. Yeah? Turn right here to get to the spring. Got it. Turn right here. Not that way, Ashley. I know. No footprints. Ryan hasn't been by here. Wow, it's beautiful. Ashley, this place is known as the Secret Spring. If it's known, then that means it's not a secret, is it? What are you looking at? The spring water. Dan once told me that this is the source of Lake Juliet's water. Really? The whole lake is filled from here. Look at it, Ashley. The lake might have been polluted more than once in the past. As long as this water remains clear and pure, the lake will always recover. But it's polluted now. Do you think it can still recover? You know about the lake pollution? I found out when I was using your computer, and I used the testing kit in your drawer to check the lake water. Ah. Dad, this is so beautiful. It is. Do you think the lake can be pure and clear like this again? I'm sure it can. But there's a lot that we must do to help. Environmental message shoved down your throat. Yeah. Ashley, let's go to the wharf and find Ryan. Right. Don't get me wrong, it's a good message. But I don't like to cram things down my throat. Hey, that boat! Ryan's on it. Ryan! Dad, he's going to the island. Ashley, let's go after him. Right. Oh, Christ. Ugh. Ugh. Dad, there's a boat here. Get in. Okay. All Ryan would need to do is punch a hole in the bottom of that boat before he drove off, and our journey would be over.
Ashley, can you see Ryan's boat? No, not anymore. Are you tired? It'll be a while yet before we reach the island. You can sleep if you want. No, I'm fine. Everything's just happened so quickly. I'm not sleepy at all. Okay. Dad, can I ask you something? What is it? It's about something Ryan said. He said that you didn't come here to help with another. You came here to find Mom's real killer. Is that true? Yes, it's true. I've been thinking ever since I came back from Blood Edward Island. It was definitely Bill who broke into the house and shot Sayoko 13 years ago. But I wasn't sure if he was the only one behind the whole thing, or whether there was someone behind the scenes pulling his strings. All that time he was helping me develop another on the island. And when I thought about it, one name instantly came to mind. Judd Fitzgerald. Only Judd could have made Bill do what he did. But he was already dead, so there was no way of getting the truth from him. Then a year ago, I got an anonymous email. It said that there was another person responsible for Sayoko's death. And when I saw that email, it clicked. If there was anyone still alive who knew the truth behind what Bill had done, they would be at JC Valley. So does anyone know who it was? Yes. Who? Well, you'll find out soon enough. Huh? Ashley, can you see the island? Yeah, I can see it now. We're here. Yes. It really is tiny, isn't it? That's right. It's so small it doesn't even have a name. Are you tired? Don't worry. I'm stronger than you might think. This won't faze me. But Ashley. Yeah? Looks like I dragged you into a big mess again. Just like 2 years ago. You didn't drag me into anything. You want to find out, and so do I, Dad. That's all there is to it. I'm with you all the way. Thank you, Ashley. Let's go find Ryan, then. Right. We're getting close to the end game. This is it. Oh! That's... Ryan! Dr. Robbins. Ryan! Ryan... Ashley, you're here too. Ryan, just take it easy. Rex is fine. I see. He was more worried about you than his own injury. Worried about me? Yes. He forgives you for the attack, the experiment, working with Sophia, everything. He was just worried about you. I don't need him to be worried about me. But more importantly, Dr. Robbins, do you have your memories back? Yes, I do. I used the TAS. I see. You used the TAS to restore the 17 years of memories I erased. That's right. Yeah, Dad got his memories back thanks to Mom's invention. I see. I had expected as much. The work that so many scientists spent so many years to complete was all undone by one scientist who died over a decade ago. Doesn't it make everything seem so pointless? Pointless? Yes. You, I, and Rex were brought to MJ Labs by Judd. All of us were trained by him, and we began our memory research under him, trying to get the results that he sought. We're still trying to get them even now. But all of our research is confined by that security system laid down by Judd and Sayoko. So even now, no matter how hard we work, those restrictions keep us from our results.
You're wrong, Ryan. Judd and Sayoko developed that system by considering the idea of memory control from every possible angle and how people would react to such a device. You can't think of that as a restriction.
Really? I can't agree with that. Those two had no plans of ever passing on the leadership of memory research to anyone, which is why they put restrictions on the system itself. Dr. Robbins, the woman you loved, was cruel indeed.
What did you say?
She was Judd's most trusted confidant, the successor that everyone expected so much of. She was even tasked with the development of the primary system for the EC project. And yet, as soon as she married you, she turned her back on those expectations and his trust. She knew how important she was to the EC project, yet she took off. And what's worse, she hid crucial information about the system.
No, she didn't turn her back on anyone. She wanted to live as my mother, not as a scientist.
And what do you base this theory on?
When Mum made the TAS upgrade module, she recorded a message just for me. She knew, Ryan. She knew people wanted her as a scientist, and that if she didn't listen, her life might be in danger.
In danger? She knew from the beginning that she might be killed.
Yes, Ryan. She thought that far ahead when she decided to hide the another thesis. She did it because she knew people wanted to develop and use it for the wrong reasons. And Bill was one of them.
Bill Edward, the man who killed her.
Ryan, how do you know that?
I simply read it in your memory data when I extracted it.
Don't lie, Ryan.
Pardon?
You knew that Bill had killed Sayoko right from the day I arrived here. The very first day I came, you said, "Dr. Robbins, please tell me about the another you created on Blood, Edward Island." When I heard that, I was taken aback. I had told Rex about another, and about Bill, but I had never told him where another was created. So how did you know that I created it on Blood Edward Island, Ryan?
Well,
answer me. The other person responsible for Sayoko's death, the one who had Bill kill her. Who was it? Was it Judd, or was it
Dr. Robbins? Your theory is correct. The one who chased Sayoko to her death was none other than me.
What? So it was you?
I was happy and relieved when Sayoko left the EC project. I believed I was next in line to be Judd's successor. But the reality was quite different. Judd refused to give up on Sayoko and insisted on getting her back. I told him then that I would complete another for him, but he told me that I was the wrong person. When Bill heard that, he told me, "Ryan, do you know why Judd doesn't want you to be his successor? It's because he's your father, and he doesn't want you to know that, so he won't name you as successor."
He told you that?
Indeed he did, and everything he told me was absolutely true. Bill knew that I had no memories of my childhood. He told me that Judd had fed me a formula that erased my memories, and that the only ones who knew about it were Judd, Bill, and Sayoko. And when he told me that, I laughed out loud. I laughed at myself, at my foolishness. My own father had used me as a test subject for his memory experiment. And without even knowing it, I'd seen that man as a mentor and looked up to him. I have never mocked myself as much as I did on that day. But I managed to regain my cool and analyze the reasons why Bill told me what he did. On the one hand, he was one of the people who wanted to use another for his own purposes. On the other hand, he was someone that Judd trusted implicitly. I hypothesized that he was attempting to make me his partner and aid him. That was my theory, and when I confirmed it was true, I made my decision. I would pretend to ally myself with Bill, while at the same time taking my own brand of revenge against Judd Fitzgerald. My targets were his chosen successor, Sayoko, and his research results, all of his successes. I would take them away one by one, as he did with my memories. I promised Bill I would help him get the another thesis that Sayoko had hidden. I steadily worked my way into his favor, and then began to put ideas into his head. If Sayoko died, leaving the thesis behind, what would a man who loved her and wrote that thesis with her do? And so, because I knew that Bill loved Sayoko, it was easy to inflame his jealousy toward you. And indeed, his mixed feelings of love and hate for Sayoko.
Ryan, how could you do such a thing?
Bill then went on and killed Sayoko, completely unaware that I was pulling the strings. He became best friends with you, and convinced you to develop another. I had not even dared to hope that my plans would go so smoothly, but they did. Then I worked with Bill, and began removing the things that Judd held precious to him. The thundering disaster that befell MJ Labs was, of course, orchestrated by me. But when Judd suddenly died 6 years ago, my revenge was unexpectedly halted. And then Bill died on Blood Edward Island 2 years ago. Before I realized it, the only thing left to me was the shell of JC Valley, and the incomplete another that Judd had left behind. Dr. Robbins, I was the one who sent you that email, to bring you here to JC Valley.
Why did you walk right up close to him? He's got a gun.
I suspected you sent it.
Yes, indeed.
Ryan, why would you send him that?
Why do you think? Don't you understand how I feel about all of this, even after hearing my story? Don't you understand how I?
No, I don't understand you at all. And I don't want to. Why? Why did you have to kill Mom? Just for your revenge? Why did you have to make Bill kill her? If you hated Judd, why not just take revenge there and then? Why did you take away Mom? Why were you so cruel that you had to kill Mom? When I met Bill on Blood Edward Island 2 years ago, I remembered looking through the closet where Mum had hid me. I remember Bill's face as he shot Mum. For me then, remembering that time was... remembering things I'd forgotten was... it was horrible. But I didn't know how horrible it really was. Ryan, you were the one who told me, right? You told me Dad brought me here to open the doorway to my memories. But you were wrong. The one who opened that doorway and brought me on that journey into my memories, it was Mom. She started me on that journey. She told me and showed me just how much she loved me. Yeah. But if she was still alive, if she hadn't been killed, then I'd never have had to go on this journey.
Ashley, do you understand why I sent that email to Dr. Robbins?
No.
Then I will tell you. This is what I had planned, Dr. Robbins. First, I intended to convince you that everything I did was part of Judd's plan. And I would get you to cooperate with me in completing another. After that, I would sell it to the company Bill had been dealing with. And thus my revenge on Judd Fitzgerald would finally be complete.
But you didn't do it, Ryan. Why not?
Because of you, Dr. Robbins. You trusted me from the very beginning, just like you did with Bill. How can you trust someone else so completely?
It's basic human nature, Ryan.
I I cannot accept that. Why didn't you ever doubt me?
Oh, I had my doubts about you from the start.
You did? Then why didn't you carry out your revenge on me? Why not avenge your wife?
Ryan.
Why? I don't understand you at all. You should be thirsting for revenge. Dr. Robbins, if I were to shoot Ashley here right now, in front of you, what would you do? Would you take revenge? Could you go on without killing me in return?
Stop! Don't push me, Ryan. I'm not out for revenge. Don't you understand, Ryan? Don't you understand the suffering of a man whose wife was taken away from him? Every night. Every single night I dream of killing the man who did it. And my hands, they still remember the warmth of Sayoko's dying body, her blood flowing out. The sorrow and hatred I felt 13 years ago hasn't lessened one bit since then. I haven't gone a single day without feeling it. But I won't let that sorrow turn into vengeance. And you know why? Because Sayoko would never have wanted that to happen. When I found Sayoko dying 13 years ago, when I held her as she took her last breaths, I asked her who had done it. And she said he wanted another. And then she died before saying who it was. Do you know why she didn't say anymore? Because Bill was her friend. That's why, Ryan. She shook her head gently, and a single tear fell from her eye. Which is why I
didn't go out for revenge. Is this true, Dr. Robbins? If I were to lower this gun and give it to you, and then stand right in front of you as you held the gun, the man responsible for Sayoko's death just standing before you, would you still be able to keep your sorrow and hatred from turning into vengeance? It might even make your pain go away. Dr. Robbins, I'm the man who caused your wife's death.
Ryan, I will never forgive you for what you've done.
Dad, stop.
Don't stop me, Ashley.
Stop, Dad, stop. Shooting him won't bring Mom back. It won't make your pain go away.
Ashley.
Dad.
So, I am not even worth shooting. Goodbye, Ashley.
Dad, he's going to...
Ryan.
Let go of me.
No. I won't let you die here. I won't let you run away. Only the weak take their own lives. And you despise the weak, don't you?
Dad. Dad. This would be an awful drinking game. If you had to drink every time the word Dad was said. You'd be wasted. You okay?
Ryan. Dying won't change anything. It won't absolve you of your crimes, or of Sayoko's death. You have to live on and pay for your crimes. And you have to figure out for yourself why Judd removed your... the fucking shit. Why Judd removed your memories. Why he removed the most important thing in the world to you. You have to understand his reasons, and the suffering that lay behind them. Ryan, it's okay to cry now. You can stop holding it all back.
After that, Dad, Ryan and I got on the boat and went back to JC Valley. Dad took me to his office, laid out a makeshift bed and told me to sleep for a while. I wanted to go to Mrs. Graham's house and pick up Mad, but Dad told me not to worry and tucked me in. Then while I slept, Dad had a long talk with Ryan. When I woke up, Dad was there and we went back to his cottage together. We didn't talk the whole way back, but we didn't need to. We both understood. We both felt each other's pain, about Mum, about everything.
Ashley.
Dad.
Are you ready?
Yep.
I'm sorry I can't go back with you.
Don't worry about it. I know how much you have to do here. I'll be fine on my own. I'm sure Jessica's dying for me to get back.
Ashley, tell Jessica that I'll be back next week. Definitely this time.
You bet. What'll happen to Ryan?
Ah, yes. Ryan promised me that he'd turn himself in for his crimes. He's on his way to the police now.
Can we trust him, though? Right.
Ashley, he...
Wait, Dad, I'm not ready to talk about it yet. So much has happened, I'm still recovering.
That makes sense.
So, what's going to happen to JC Valley?
There was an article in the paper this morning. I'm sure you know something about it, Ashley. For fuck's sake. It put the blame on JC Valley for the water pollution 5 years ago. So I believe things won't exactly be quiet at the lab for a good while. Rex said that he was going to openly admit everything that the lab had done. He's thought long and hard and decided on everything that needs to be done from here on. Of course, I'll help in any way I can. But after that...
What then?
What you want me to do?
Dad.
Ashley, when I get home, we can sit down and talk. We can decide everything that we'll do from now on.
Sounds perfect. Huh?
Huh? Phone call?
Yeah, you have to mention it every time.
This is Dr. Robbins. Oh, Bob. I'm sorry I asked you to do that out of nowhere this morning. Oh, you've already asked him. Yes. Oh, I see. And then? I see. Thanks a lot, Bob. I owe you one. Bye.
That was Bob on the phone.
Yes. Ashley, I asked Bob to do something for me.
What?
Asked him to get the full story about the man who fell from the clock tower 5 years ago. Apparently the guy who saw it was an old acquaintance of Bob's.
Does that mean...
Yes, Ashley. I want to know what happened to Matt's dad too. And I asked Bob what he knew about it.
Dad.
This is what Bob heard. 5 years ago, his friend was out by the clock tower, and he heard the loud splash of something hitting the water.
You didn't see a person falling?
Exactly. It was just a big splash. It seems that it spread like Chinese whispers, changing into something completely different. I'm sure that if the matter is looked into more thoroughly, the truth will come out.
Thanks, Dad.
I'm worried about your friend too, Ashley. Oh, the bus is coming soon.
Right. I'll take off then.
I'll go with you to the bus stop.
Dad, you told Matt what time the bus was, right?
I did indeed. He said wild dogs wouldn't stop him from seeing you off. I'm sure he's waiting somewhere.
Right.
Ashley!
Is that who it is, or somebody else? No, it was a bad guess.
Ashley!
Dan!
Morning, Dr. Robbins!
Good morning, Dan.
You're seeing Ashley off.
Yes, I am.
Dan, thanks for finding my bag.
No problem, miss. I should be thanking you for finding Matthew.
Huh?
Dr. Robbins told me the whole story.
Oh, well done, Dad.
About how you found him and how you were looking after him. You don't need to worry about him anymore. He'll be just fine.
Dad?
It's okay, Ashley. I've told Dan everything. He's going to take Matt back to his uncle's personally.
That's right.
Dan, where's Matt now?
He went to look at the lake. He said he wanted to see it just one last time before he left. I'm meeting him at the mermaid statue in a while, and we'll head for his uncle's place. I can speak.
Dan, he's a good kid. He ran away to find his dad.
I know, Ashley. I figured out from talking to him how driven he was to find his pops. Why, that boy phoned his uncle himself to apologize for making him worry so much.
Oh, okay.
I also have a message from Mrs. Graham for you, miss.
Really?
She said that you are welcome to visit her feckin' gardens any time. I can't believe you're friends with that old battle axe. Not many people can say that.
I guess so.
Oh, yeah. When I went over to Mrs. Graham's to pick up Matthew, I saw she had a visitor.
Oh, Olivia.
She wasn't expecting anyone, but from what I could tell, and you won't believe who it was her daughter, come back to see her after 5 years away from home. She said she was worried about her ma, living out here all on her own.
I feel like we made that miracle happen.
To be totally honest with you, I feel better knowing her daughter came back. Well, I'd like to stay and chat all day, but duty calls. Back to patrolling.
Goodbye, Dan. Thanks for everything.
Come and see us again, miss. In New Game Plus.
Let's go, Ashley.
Right.
No sign of Matt. Hello. Woof. Every loose end. Here comes Princess. Princess! So you came to see me off too, huh? Thanks for everything, Princess. Elizabeth was looking for you. Did you see her? Really? Great! That's good to hear. I'll be back, okay? I'll never forget how you helped me find Matt, Princess. Thanks so much. See you, Princess. Every loose end. I'm gonna go find Matt, Dad.
I'm sure he's around here somewhere.
Elizabeth! What are you doing here? Oh, like a fine greeting that is, Ashley Mizuki Robbins. Especially for someone who's come to, like, see you off. Really? Daddy just got back from the hospital. He told me the whole story. About Ryan, about Dr. Robbins, and about you. Elizabeth, your dad really... It's okay, Ashley. He told me everything. About the woman he was seeing, the article in the paper about the lab. I've never heard him talk so much. And he apologized for hiding Mom's letters. I'm glad you made up, Elizabeth. Ashley, Daddy said something to me. I'm going to change, Elizabeth. I have to. So if Daddy's going to change, then I'm going to try and change a bit too. That's great to hear. Right. We'll see each other again, right, Elizabeth? Totally. Matt too. Huh? Ash! Oh. He was hiding this whole time. Matt. Hey, Ash. I'm sorry I left you alone, Matt. It's okay, Ash. Mrs. Graham let me sleep at her place. When I woke up, your dad called and said he'd meet up with you. Met up with you, whatever. Right. Ash, I kept my promise. I'm gonna go back to my uncle's place. Dan said that you called him yourself. Yeah. I said I was sorry for making him worry, and that I told him what I found out about Dad. And then he told me something awesome. Dad came home. Someone saw a man fitting Dad's description. Oh, okay. Really? Really? The police called my uncle and told him. Matt, that's great. Yeah, totally. Ashley, when I was about to give up, you said, your dad's not dead, he's alive. Beep beep, and I kept on believing it. I believed he was alive. I'm sure you'll get to see him. Let's make a promise, Ash. I'll find my dad and I'll come back here so we can see each other off again. Oh, wait, so we can see each other again. Whatever. The game's over. I don't have to be good now. You got it. Promise. Hey, I want in too. You bet. Right, time for me to take off. Flap, 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 flap. See you again, Ash. And thanks for everything, Dr. Robbins.
Oh, of course.
See you. Ciao, Ashley.
Ashley, aren't you sad saying goodbye to your friends?
Nah. I know I'll see them again.
Yes, that's right. Let's grab Jessica and your friends sometime, and we can all go camping together.
Awesome. But Dad, when we do...
I know. I'll remember to bring the charcoal.
Perfect.
Oh.
Liberty Town. Having a staff role for characters in the game. Like they're actors playing themselves in a video game. Well. Yeah, there's no way I'd have powered through it last night. I should have really paced it some more, but I didn't. I know I've said this already, but this should come to Switch. Like, seriously. It might be difficult now that the company Sing are gone. It might prove difficult to get this game on the Switch. But it's a Nintendo franchise that really belongs on the Switch. I stand by that. If not this game, then a new entry in the series, or in the Hotel Dusk series would be nice, but I don't think we'll be likely to get any of them. What we learned about the Switch when it was in production was fascinating. That originally it was going to have a 3DS slot and play 3DS carts. Something that at the time the Switch was announced, I said, oh man, wouldn't it be good if... And then, sure enough, we find out that that's the Switch we could have got. And instead, we didn't. A Switch that could have played DS and 3DS games? I probably would have played another code already on channel. But because of the awkward way that game is set up, all the fancy things you have to do with the touchscreen and the 3DS, the DS, to play it, made it pretty much impossible to stream. Whereas this game, as long as I got a real Wii remote, it's possible. That's why as soon as the possibility to stream this game presented itself, I had to go ahead and do it. All rights, including game, scenario, music, and program, reserved by Nintendo. Reserved so that they can do nothing with it. Truly sad. Ashley. The end. Ashley. Looks almost like a bootleg game screen, doesn't it? I'm going to save our new game plus into file 3. And we get a little star by our save file. What that means is we can now play through the game with that file. And that gives us access to a whole bunch of different things that we can do in the new game plus. Including more cans to find and recycle. The downside, of course, is there's no cutscene skip. So, you know, you'd have to play through the whole game again. Ooh, two bars left on my battery. You know, it took me half an hour last night after streaming to turn the Wii remote off. Soon eats battery, you know. Well, thank you very much for joining me. Another Code R is finished. This VOD will be available pretty much instantly. Because it's less than 2 hours, YouTube won't have to take the time to process it. As soon as the stream ends, it should pretty much go live to be watched. And, yeah, the game's done. The original plan was to start streaming around 11:55 and do more My Hero One's Justice. But I'm moving that to the evening after Soybomb's stream. I'm going to spend today doing something I haven't figured out what yet, but something productive. Maybe start thinking about writing for a SushiBites, but, you know, it's finding the right thing to cover that's tricky. I haven't quite figured it out yet. I was going to do a palette cleanser originally. You know what? We could take this to 2 hours, do 20 minutes of palette cleanse. No, because there's a risk that somebody will turn up and then go, hey, how's it going? And I'm about to finish the stream, so I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, until next time. Eat well, sleep well, and shit well. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.